Hey, what's up everyone? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we're going to be doing our second stealth camp overnighter. So a few weeks ago I camped under a drain in the city, and it was in a culvert storm drain, and it was a learning experience. I thought it was a very fun adventure, and then of course it had a little bit of some learning pains, some growing pains. I did a couple of mistakes, but overall it was a very fun adventure. You guys loved it. So here we are again to do a separate one. Now this time I am away from the city. I'm actually out in the farmlands, and this is an abandoned farmhouse that I scouted a few weeks ago. I think it would be a very interesting change of pace to try this place out. Now I did of course make a scout around the area, but now I would like to explore a little further, just inspect every room, make sure that there's no roommates that I may come across in the middle of the night or something like that. So that's what we're gonna do now. So thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, so just a brief inspection of this place. I mean, this is a pretty damn worn down house. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's no raccoons or stray dogs or hobos or anything like that in here. That's the last thing you want. The very last thing you want when you're doing this stealth camping thing. Alright, so this room is clear. Let's explore the other ones. So these look like they may have been a duplex, perhaps? Alright, so obviously I want to explore this area before it gets dark. So we're just about 30 minutes away from sunset, so just want to make sure that we're alone. I need to be careful with that road too. Bloody Mary. Alright, so far so good. Alright folks, so yeah, this house appears to have been like a duplex, or there was just two houses, two different housing units, and the other one just is in way worse shape than this one. The other one has carpet, which, I don't know, it just adds a gross out factor to me. Yeah, just far more dilapidated. So I do like this one. This one has a tile on the floor. It's broken apart, of course, and there's glass, so I'm gonna have to kind of clean out a little space for me to lay down and set up my sleeping quarters. One thing I don't like is these windows right here and this door, this exposed door, because at night when I do have lights, to illuminate what I'm doing, I don't like running the risk of getting the attention from the local farmers. So that does have me a little paranoid. We'll see what we can do about that. Maybe barricade these windows with some material in here. We will see. But for now, I'm going to set up my camp, well, my bedroll and all that. I'm also looking up on the roof as well, because if it does rain, I would get soaked. Okay folks, so here is my bed. This is where I'm gonna be sleeping. Now I chose this spot because it's the cleanest. You know, I don't want to sleep on carpet or anything like that. It's also, you know, I don't have a lot of holes down here in case it does rain. So one thing I forgot to mention is today is the 4th of July. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing a lot of fireworks out here. It also looks like it may storm. I am seeing some lightning here and there, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Oh, there we go. So I was outside enjoying the fireworks and the lightning. I'm not really a fireworks guy, but the lightning is so beautiful. I'm hoping we get some rains later. The only drawback of that is that it is very, very humid. And being in the farmlands, there's a lot of, you know, canals and irrigation. So I was getting just demolished by mosquitoes. I don't think the camera's gonna pick up, but I mean, I got attacked by them. So luckily, I always carry this in my haversack, some bug spray. So that's what I'm gonna be pouring on me, because I can already tell mosquitoes are going to be my adversary in this adventure. And this stuff normally grosses me out. Anything that you rub on your skin that's oily, like lotion and all that, I don't particularly care for. Hair gel, all that stuff grosses me out. But I'll be grossed out and happy than not have any of this and just be miserable. Okay folks, so a couple of hours have passed. I kind of waited it out. There was a lot of activities, a lot of cars and stuff, so I waited that out so I don't draw too much attention to myself. I did move my bags away from my bed and move them into this room. That way, you know, people don't see my lanterns from the street or anything like that. It's just nothing but farm fields over there. So, like I said, it's starting to calm down, the party time, the revelry. However, the winds are picking up and it is starting to rain. It's starting to drizzle, so a little light rain would be nice. Nothing too intense, because once again, there is just a ton of holes on the ceiling, so I don't want to get soaked. But just, you know, just something enjoyable, something nice and relaxing. In the meantime, folks, I'm getting pretty hungry, so let's go ahead and start getting dinner going. All right, so red beans and rice. Jalapeno. Okay, folks, so there is my dinner. It is a package of red beans and rice, and of course I chopped up a jalapeno for flavor in there. The same meal that I made last time I was stealth camping. It's a little lightweight package, you know, very flavorful, very easy to carry, very simple, just gotta boil water. And of course, if you remember last video, if you watched it, you know that I was an idiot and I dropped my pot, so I wasted my food. This time I learned from my mistakes, and I did bring this little grill. This little grill was given to me by a viewer. I can't recall who it was, but it was for like a little, you know, like a little wood stove you can place on top of it. And yeah, this, you know, after that last time I was really annoyed, and I had to figure out a way to kind of make this more stable. And this was just right in my front porch, so I decided to give it a shot, and it worked very well. Also, of course, it's because a round pot is going to just be better balanced in there than the kidney-shaped ones. But I do want to say that, you know, I want to give credit to that little grill. Also, of course, I was a little bit more focused this time on the food. Last time I was trying to boil water, boil my food while, you know, going to film, you know, lightning 10-15 feet away, and that's what caused my food to spill because I wasn't paying attention. So redemption time right here. Figured out a way to fix this, and now I got my dinner. And this is really, really easy to make and very hearty, very delicious. Time to chow down. Really good stuff. Alright, so I came outside, and sure enough, it is raining. I'm sure you can't really see much, but yeah, it's starting to come down. Not much. It's not heavy rain, but it's nice. It's a nice cooling rain. Well, folks, so far so good. Dinner was enjoyed. So far I'm nice and dry. I did check the forecast. It looks like it's going to be, the chances of rain are going to be on all night. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit more of a drizzle later on. Hopefully I do remain dry. I like to think I did find a nice dry spot in the house. Probably the only spot in the house, but so far so good. I've learned from my mistakes of last time and everything's going pretty good. It's actually nice and enjoyable right now. The only thing is, of course, the mosquitoes earlier, but I did put bug spray. And then there is a couple of black widows in here, so I just got to avoid them. I avoid them, they'll avoid me, so we'll be fine there. But, yeah, the winds are picking up. I think I'm going to lay down and enjoy a little bit of that midnight rain. So it looks like it's going to be a windy night, and, because of the door being exposed, there is no door. All the wind's coming in through the entrance. Now, right now, it's not a problem. Right now, it's actually refreshing. It's a very nice, refreshing, cool breeze, but that's going to change at 2, 3 in the morning, and I know I'm going to be cold. So, time to bring down the sleeves, and, I'm going to open up that wool blanket, because I know it's gonna be a chilly night, that's for sure. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Good night, Rumi. We should cut ourselves some dinner. Morning, folks. So last night was pretty relaxing, very peaceful. As soon as I laid down, I started dreaming right away. So throughout the night, it was very relaxing with the pattering of the rain and the soft breeze and all that stuff. I was pretty comfortable, pretty warm in my blanket. The only issue was, of course, mosquitoes. We knew that right away. Even had it not rained last night, with all the crops, all the irrigation and canals nearby, it's just a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So, in the middle of the night, I had to blast myself several times with some of this stuff, just so they'd leave me alone. I do have some bites on my shin. They're so annoying, especially when you're sleeping and you just hear that little right by your ear. It's really annoying. But that was it. Outside of the mosquitoes, nothing else. I'd hear sounds here in the middle of the night, but I just assumed there was partying outside off in the distance. Somebody online asked if I think this place is haunted. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because the sounds that I heard, I just assumed it was either because of the storm or, you know, people outside drinking or whatever. So no ghosts bothered me, just mosquitoes. But that's it. I like to think that I covered my bases. I learned from my last camping trip, my last stealth camp, and I improvised. I learned to adapt. For example, with my grill, last time I dropped my food. This time I figured, one, have a grill at the top of the gas stove so it can kind of better distribute the weight, and two, pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't go out, try to film something while the water's boiling, because, you know. So I focused on the food. That was a success. Also, last time I was short on water. I only had 2 canteens of water, and I was thirsty by the morning. I was very thirsty. This time I bought 3 canteens. So, yeah, good stuff. I have plenty of water left. My only mistake I did this time, and it's such a rookie mistake, is I used my camera to film. So I'm using my iPhone 11 to film this adventure, and I charged my battery bank before leaving, but I forgot to bring the damn cord, the iPhone cord, so there's no way to charge my phone. So I'm down to like 20% battery, so I'm gonna stretch that 20% to get this filming done and also keep some juice going, because I have my friend picking me up. Since this is a stealth camp adventure, what bigger way to advertise your presence than parking your vehicle in front of the farmhouse, right? So instead, I had a friend drop me off, and then she's gonna pick me up in the morning. So she'll be on her way. She'll be here in about half an hour. So I do want to keep the phone working in case she needs to call me she can't find the spot or whatever the case may be. But overall, so far so good. Right now I'm just gonna clean up and also eat the last of my rice and beans. Eat it for breakfast and start packing on up. Okay, folks, so I am out of here. I would say this time this was a far better trip than the last time. I learned from my mistakes, made a new one. But overall, it was a fun adventure. And I do gotta say that as fun as stealth camping is, I will take actual camping in the woods way 10 out of 10 times more than this. So next week, Cuervo and I are off to camp in the woods of New Mexico. And we're gonna have a good time, camp cooking, all that good stuff. So, as always, thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.